Why do you think Asian kids always have the edge in SAT test? What are their secret tricks? In this video, I'm going to share with you the factors that make Asian students excellent test takers. First, the prep materials. Practice makes perfection, which is a rule nobody disputes with. We all know the importance of practice, but we don't know what to practice with. There are a huge amount of SAT materials on the market, which will dazzle your eyes if you don't know what to choose. The most famous among them are Barron and Princeton Review. However, we Asians never use or purchase these materials. It is not because we're cheap and unwilling to spend money on test prep materials. It is because when it comes to test prep, we Asians are dead serious. We're willing to spend a fortune if the ideal score can be granted. And if we don't want to purchase certain material, it is because it is not good and there is better. Granted, the books made by Barron or Princeton Review are of high quality, but they are not authentic test papers, so the passages and the questions composed by them are different from those in the real test. We Asians know that if we practice on those books, it'll blur our senses for the real test. It's like when you prepare yourself for a boxing game, but all the training you get is from martial arts. It helps, but it also distracts. So you might want to ask, what do you guys use? The answer is easy, the authentic test papers, the ones made by the College Board. We don't practice anything but the materials from the official source. Naturally, another question emerges. How can we get our hands on these authentic materials, or the one produced by the officials? Here I'm going to give you two official links. One is from the College Board, from which you can download 10 official test papers to practice with. You might think this is many, but I can assure you that for our Asian test takers, 10 test papers are just the beginning. But these materials will get you started. The other link is from Khan Academy, which offers online practices made by the officials. Personally, I tried all the passages and questions from both the reading section and the grammar part. There should be about 80 reading passages and about 80 grammar passages out there. If you try all of them meticulously, you will improve a lot. So you might feel that these two sources are not secrets. Some of you guys may have even tried these things. So here I'm gonna let out the real secret. There are 7 SAT tests in North America, which are in March, April, June, August, October, November, and December. Among all of the tests, there are a couple of them that will be released through the channel called QES, which means the College Board will give the real test paper out to those who take the test and pay for the service. Fortunately, there are some angelic people online who have gathered all the QES test papers and put them online for everybody to download for free. Surprisingly, the latest 2023 Mars test paper is available there. I'm going to leave the link down below. If I were you, I would download them all now and practice them all, because you don't know how long the free source of QES papers is going to be available. Second, we Asian test takers have the system. It's not like that we practice a lot and then go straight to the test center, but in between, we take courses, we categorize each and every type of questions, and we extract the strategy and a method for these questions. You might want to ask, why analyze these questions yourself? There should be official explanations available for free, right? Yeah, but to be honest, we Asians usually don't check the explanations put forward by the College Board because they don't want to reveal the true secret. They just want to explain the things on the superficial level without digging deeper to let us know the real deal, because why would they reveal the truth about the tests? Once these things get revealed, the difficulty level of SAT test is going to plummet. The College Board never wants everybody to get above 1500, because if so, the SAT tests become obsolete and useless. The purpose of the SAT is to differentiate the intelligence level through the form of reading, comprehension, and math. It can achieve this purpose perfectly if everybody takes the test without knowing the tricks and methods. But we Asians always want to get a head start, so we collect and analyze the questions and come up with a system to do the questions with speed and accuracy. Here, I'm going to demonstrate a trick called the line number rule, which is very useful but never explained by the official sources. In SAT, most of the time, the progression of the passage coincides with the order of the questions, which is a fact you pick up yourself if you have done enough SAT practices. We can take advantage of this trait to form a system called the line number rule. Here are some examples to explain and illustrate this method. So what is the line number rule and how does it work? You see here the line number 7 in question 4 and the line number 30 to 52 in question 7. We can take advantage of those given line numbers. According to the statistics, in 85% of the cases, the right evidence for question 6 should be within the range between line 7 and 52. Then choice D, which is outside of this range, will not be that attractive, holding only 15% of the chances to be the right one. I'm not saying that D is definitely wrong, but I would consider evidence A, B, and C first for question 6. Likewise, the correct evidence for question 9 should be between line 30 and 65, which makes B, C, and D stand out. I know you may think this is sketchy and only works in selected passages, but I can assure you that if you have done enough real test papers as I have, you will be amazed by how useful this rule is. Let's check on some other examples to make my point. In the fourth passage of the same test, which is a historical one, you can see the given line number 53 here in question 35, which is enough to narrow down the range for the correct answer for question 37. According to our rule, in 85% of the cases, the right evidence for question 37 should be after line 53, which leaves us C or D, and the right answer here is C. Another example, in the last passage of the same test, which is a scientific one, you see the given line number 40 here in question 43, and the line number 77 here in question 49, so that leaves us only B and C for question 47, and the correct answer for question 47 is C. So it's pretty clear now the point of the line number rule is to use the given line number to narrow down the range of the correct evidence for certain questions. I'm not saying that any choices outside of the given range are wrong, but according to the statistics, they only hold 15% of the chances to be right. What I'm saying is that we should consider the evidence that conforms with our line number rule first. I know that you might think that even if we use this rule, we still don't have the correct evidence. All we have are two possible choices left. How can we narrow it down to the correct one? That is the trick that I'm going to introduce in my next video. But the line number rule does save us some time, and time is of essence in SAT tests. The line number rule is only the tip of an iceberg. We Asians have many SAT reading and writing tricks in our pockets, which can boost our performances in the real tests. By the way, the material that I'm using is the official practice test 7, downloaded from the College Board website. You can download the whole test from the link down below. Okay, in a nutshell, the A's in the SAT test. First, you should download all the authentic materials, aka the real test papers, through the link down below and practice on them. Then you guys can check out my videos, which will unveil all the SAT tricks that only Asians know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.